For over 26 years, Total Landscaping, Inc. has offered residential and commercial landscape services at fair and reasonable prices. They offer free estimates and are fully insured. Give them a call today, 764-3626, totallandscapinginc.com. Our show today also brought to you by the Center for Family Health, and they'd like you to know that their 4 school health centers are open. If you need a physical, have a cough, feeling sick, want to learn more about your health, give them a call. They're open Northwest, Jackson High, Northeast, and Parkside, and you don't have to be a student or staff member there. They are open to everyone.
Joining us now from the People for the Parks and Trails, Aaron Dimick. Morning, Aaron.
Good morning. Happy spring.
Yes, happy spring. It's officially here.
Yes.
Officially here. I was commenting before you came on. I didn't know if you had enough time to do all the stuff with the parks because of the stuff you're doing at your own house.
Well, that's just the warm-up act. Walking around my yard, picking up sticks, raking, just getting ready for what's to come this spring.
I don't remember a storm where the stick falling has lingered so long. So.
The stick falling.
The stick falling. Yes. It's a
I know
term.
at the city, our parks crews are still cleaning up from the massive storm. It was one of the biggest ice storms we've ever had and some of the biggest damage we've ever had. It's not like a tornado when it goes through and it's just an isolated area. It's just all over the city. So my understanding is the city parks crews are still cleaning up our parks.
And now we're in spring cleanup for not just your yard and your yard, but the backyards of our community, our parks.
That's right. So we are launching our spring 2023 volunteer season, and we're very excited. And our first event is going to be at 2 neighborhood parks on Jackson's east side this Saturday. So we're starting at Norm Krieger Park at 10 a.m., and that's on Pleasant Avenue. It's a small park that's tucked into the east side neighborhood. And then once we are done mulching and picking up trash there, we're going to go to W. George Wade Park, and that's tucked behind Lilly Missionary Baptist Church. And the address is on Plymouth Street. So similar activity there, spreading mulch and picking up trash and just generally sprucing things up. Mulching is something that the city likes to do once every 2 to 3 years. It just kind of provides a fresh surface for people to enjoy the playground on.
How many yards of mulch have been procured?
That's a very good question. I know Andrew Sargent told me that he has ordered the mulch already. So typically what happens is they deliver a big mound of mulch and then our volunteers get to work spreading it and making it look nice.
And the mulch, that gets placed under the playground structures.
Yep, so it helps keep the weeds down, but then also provides a smooth surface for people to play on. So if you happen to run and you fall, then it's a soft surface. And it kind of helps provide a nice carpet for the playground as well.
Like when Joey fell off the slide.
There was no mulch carpeting.
Exactly,
there was
that's
no
what you needed.
mulch base. It was just dirt. Yeah, dirt.
Hard dirt.
Yeah. Yep. So fresh. There's nothing that says a good day at the park like getting some wood chips in your shoe.
That's right. Yeah. So that's what you're looking at right now is a project we did last summer at Rotary Park, which is another tucked in park on the east side. So that's just kind of what we do. We take up all the weeds as well and spread a fresh bed of mulch. So what we hear often from families is this is good for families because they can bring their kids.
Yeah.
So kids can swing on the swings and go on the playground and the parents can volunteer, or sometimes the kids go out and be on stick or trash duty. So we like to be friendly for people of all ages and all ability levels, and that is last year as well at Betsy Butterfield Park, just outside my front door.
It's amazing what fresh mulch can do to the scene.
Yeah, exactly.
So will you provide the wheelbarrows and shovels?
The really great thing about our organization is the city provides all of the equipment and the mulch, and we just got to provide the people for the parks and trails. And essentially the purpose of our organization is we have a really big park system for the city. A city of our size, we have about 28 public parks and a growing trail system, and we know that our city staff, the numbers of them are limited and they can't always get everywhere to do small things like mulching or picking up trash or clearing out gardens.
Matt Hines doing his community service.
Yes, a great citizen here in Jackson.
He is, might be the finest citizen we have.
So Matt Hines is the secretary of our organization. So that was at Lions Park. And then what you're looking at right now is we did a collaboration with Grow Jackson at their garden at the King Center, so we were getting it ready for spring. So our first event of 2023 is going to be this weekend on Saturday at the 2 parks I was mentioning, and then on April 29th, we're going to be back at the Grow Jackson Garden at the King Center to help that group again get ready for spring. We're 2 organizations that started around the same time, and we do somewhat similar work in the city of Jackson, so we'd like to join forces when we can.
When you and Andrew Sargent started this organization, did you have any idea that it would grow to become what it is today, and how much impact you've already had in just the few, I think, couple short years you've been at it? Yeah,
we're really thankful for everyone who has come out. Andrew and I started it, but we knew that it wouldn't be successful unless we had the people for the Parks and Trails, and the people really have come out. Last year we had a total of 64 individuals come out to volunteer throughout the year, which was amazing. So it's really inspiring to see. I always say that Jackson has a really great collaborative spirit, and we've really been seeing that with this organization.
There's a lot of parks in Jackson that people don't even know that they exist. What's a hidden gem of yours that you like to stop at?
Well, I like to talk about Friendship Park, which is one of our smallest parks. It's 1/4 of an acre.
Okay.
And it's an old city lot, and currently it is empty. There's nothing there right now. Actually, I think our smallest park is Under the Oaks. It's just a postage stamp size park. So I would encourage people to look at the long list of parks that we have and just go discover what is there. There's a lot of people that might not know that there is a city park just within a couple blocks of them. There was a study that was done several years ago, and it was determined that if you're a City of Jackson resident, you're no more than a 10-minute walk away from a park. So that's really great. We have a lot of parks that are underutilized or could use some new life. So I look at it as potential, looking at a place like Friendship Park, which is just a lot on Shidduch Avenue, looking at what we can do there. So there are lots of hidden gems all throughout the city that are worth exploring, and maybe talking to the city about what you would like to see there and what do you think, how could this park help your neighborhood? So we definitely want to encourage that with People for the Parks. So People for the Parks, we do volunteering first and foremost, and then we do fundraising for park improvements. We also want to advocate for the parks as well. We also want to get people involved in the parks and help spread their vision as well as to what they'd like to see in their neighborhood.
And this is the first of several opportunities you've already scheduled for 2023.
Yes, we go season by season. So right now we're scheduled for April and May. So we're going to be doing the projects this Saturday on the east side, and then Grow Jackson the last Saturday in April. And then in May, we're going to be at Lions Park on May 13th, painting the pavilion. And then we're going to do a Rare Wednesday event on Wednesday, May 24th. We're going to be cleaning up the MLK Equality Trail.
A lot of great things happening. People for the Parks and Trail. First volunteer opportunity is this weekend. Thanks to you and your group of volunteers. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Aaron Dimick from People for the Parks and Trails. Sam Hunt joins us from the YMCA right after this break.